Welcome to Everettsville. This is the battle before Stones River. And what we have here is my 4 3-star units that I'm not going to bring. But I do have 1, 2, 3, 4 3-star infantry that I am going to bring. And then you'll notice it's all infantry. All Harper's Ferries, all infantry. 15 units, I think. And we have 10 in medicine, 10 in army organization. Everything's going into economy after this. 46, 45, 45. I think that's pretty good. I'm not sure. Everettsville, the battle before Stones River. We have 38,000. The enemy has 22,000. This is actually a very easy battle. But the thing about it is they're always it's always costly. So I showed you just for a second how I brought my army into the battle. I don't start pushing on the right until the left gets into place, and that takes a while. It's you start at 5 and we're already at 7:15. But there's a ton of time. The battle ends at 13:30, I think, and yeah, I don't know how you make the battle last till 13:30 unless you just intentionally don't kill them all. So I decided to bring all of my infantry, or all infantry, to grind XP, knowing that I would take greater losses. Hi Bob does a good job of bringing a more mixed force, so does Panda Kraut. I don't know what I did last time. I probably brought artillery and snipers last time, and that's, if you want to get a high kill ratio, that's the best way to do it. But my goal was just to grind XP for as many men as possible, and, well, it worked. As you can tell, I'm moving around the enemy right. You can't really move around their left, so I'm trying to get around their right and push on them from all directions. And what we want to do is surround them. So this is cool. I think he always does this. Somebody charges. That's fine. The thing about this map, of course, is that it's all woods, so he has really good cover. But in this case, he's pretty isolated, so I get him 2-on-1 and just pop him. That's good for my units. They get to grind XP. So, yeah, more melee is good. I would like to keep grinding melee on this guy, but that just takes the condition of my units to 0, so I let him go. So over on the left, we're doing a pretty good job of doing damage to him. None of this is free, though. I mean, he's inflicting losses on my army. But that's just how it goes. I would really like to have 2 20-pound parrots here so I could kill his general, if nothing else. I have a really hard time killing his general in this battle, so yeah, a couple long-range artillery batteries would be real nice. Okay, now that his right has been hit pretty hard, I need these guys in the center to advance it for no other reason. I need them to start I need them to get as much experience as possible, even if they're going to take some losses. And the only way they do that is if they're firing. So I need them to get kills. I need them to grind up firearms. And yeah, the only mistake I'm really making, I mean, I know they're going to take some losses exchanging shots with this fortified position, but I can't push hard on the right now because 2 of my units are exhausted, so they need some 10 minutes or something in game, or 15 minutes to recover condition. But I really need to push on the right now because I can break this position if I could put pressure on it. So I let those guys rest for a short period of time, and then we've got to push on the right too. So I'm looking at this point, so we pushed him back to this position pretty easily, but now we're just exchanging shots with him. So he has a cav up in the upper left-hand corner, and I devote an entire unit to go up there and kill him. I get tired of exchanging shots with the guy in the center. There's nothing behind him but a single artillery, so I charge him in melee, and he breaks. Yeah, the fortification north of that fell. His artillery is exposed, both in the far north and then just in his center. Yeah, his units are getting... He's losing every exchange, but he's still inflicting losses on my army. My army, though, is in pretty good shape, pretty good condition. Yeah, it takes a while to kill that cav unit. As soon as I kill that cav unit, then that infantry unit is going to get around on the enemy flank. So I'd say the trick to this is try to keep your guys in really good cover as much as possible. He's going to be in good cover. You have to make sure your guys are in good cover, or you're going to take losses. Okay, he's starting to fall apart. Yeah, his center is broken, his right is falling apart, his center is kind of falling apart, but that artillery is just doing a lot of damage to my army. Fortunately, the detached skirmishers absorbed a lot of that. So finally his cav unit is dead, and the 3-star infantry unit can get on his flank. Yeah, I don't want to push him into the corner. I want to surround him and kill him. Yeah, as soon as you take the junction, he always charges with something, so... Yeah, he should be beaten right now, but he's not. He's fighting. But at this point, his position is hopeless, but he's not done inflicting losses on my army. I mean, I'm feeling this as we're doing it. It's like, this is just bloody. This is just a bloody slugfest. Yeah, kind of on the right, that one enemy unit is getting shot at by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of my units, and he's just standing there taking it. I mean, he's just a bullet sponge. But I'm not pushing hard on his line. And so we're just pushing very slowly, trying to put fire on his flanks if possible, degrade his units. Big problem is I can't kill his officer, and his officer's just kind of out of the, like, his infantry's in range, but his officer isn't. I don't know why, because they all look like they're in the same place, but I just can't kill his officer. So finally get some shots on his artillery. What I'm doing in the far north is I'm hitting pause and popping, reattaching and detaching the detached skirmisher that keeps his units from routing. Like, I know he wants to route off to the left into the corner of the map, and I don't want him to do that. 2 of his units surrender, so we just take them, just remove them. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just kind of compressing my line slowly, firing on him from all directions. And at some point, I decide that, like, I thought I'd just sit here and just shoot at him. But I'm thinking, you know, his units are pretty torn up, and we can get some melee experience too. So when the time is right, maybe I'll just have everyone get into melee. But as soon as I start pushing on the right side, I know he's going to just, you know, it's the old squeeze the tube of toothpaste. You know, everybody will shoot off to the left. Now I stop him a couple of times by detaching skirmishers, reattaching and detaching skirmishers. But yeah, this is going to be a melee, so let's just get into it. His units have just been shot to pieces. I mean, he cannot survive, and all I've got to do is kill that general, and I'm having a bunch of guys target that general. Even at the end, I'm having my 3-star unit kill that general, so finally we kill the general. And we capture them all except for 1 cav unit. And yeah, just got to cut him off. I don't want him getting behind my army or getting into some mischief. And see, it's not even 10 o'clock, so we could walk in circles for a couple hours, but I just want to end this. I mean, I'm done. Kill this cav unit and finished. I don't want to do this anymore. So yeah, 21,000 to 2,400, 8.6 to 1. Captured 8,700. The numbers are better than I thought they would be. So I expected to lose more and not get quite that kill ratio. But yeah, I did get what I wanted. I got 15 units, got an enormous amount of very good experience for Stones River, which is what I wanted to do. We captured 2,700 Harper's Ferries. That's fine. Some more 10-pound parrots. So we get 5,200 men, and then we're going to get 3,500 more with reputation. It's going to take us over 100,000. That unit actually would get his 3rd star with Lee, but of course he doesn't get to keep General Lee. We have, that's just not going to work out that way. But I now have, I guess, 8 units with 3 stars. And in fact, because of the XP that my units got in this battle, I think 2 of my units are better than, like Harper's Ferry 5 and 6 are better than Harper's Ferry 4. They have better stats, which is really cool. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get about a dozen 3-star infantry. I'd also like about 4 to 6 3-star cav. Oh, and here the enemy went up +1 in each of these, so he's at 47 army size. That's the important thing for Stones River. I think I have 105,000 men going into the battle. I think the enemy gets 78,000, I think. So, and unlike the last time I played this, I'll actually get 60 units. Last time I got 30. I got to bring to the battle. I got to bring, I think, 35,000 men. This time I intend to bring 100,000. So a very different battle. Yeah, 78,000. I haven't checked yet. Maybe that number isn't accurate. He actually brings more than it shows. But so yeah, I was looking at this 87, 82, looking at efficiency. Yeah, those are really good numbers. 87, 86. And then I looked over here, 87, 77. So yeah, 87, 78. Yeah, of course, Stonewall and the Louisiana Tigers are to the sky, but this guy is now actually, yeah, these two units are actually right in with the other 4, and those two are real close. So those are very good units. These units aren't too far away, down to 14. So yeah, after Stones River, if I'm lucky, I'll have 14 3-star units. So that would be great. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you at Stones River.